Hello, my name is Jeremy,
Jag heter Åsa.
and we've got a pretty unique van that we'd like to show you. We've owned this van for a few years now. We've used it mostly for going on sommerstevnes, as you would say. And this van was converted to a camping car, or a bobil, by a pensionist who was a woodworker. And he did quite a good job with the interior of this vehicle. When I first saw it, I thought it had been come like this from a factory or something, because the quality is so good. So it's all good, solid material. This van can sleep 3 people. This sofa section here converts out into a double bed, which comes all the way out here. And then it has space for a 3rd person in the back here. And this is suitable for a child or for someone who's under 175 meters tall. Pretty much this whole van is ideal for someone who's under 175. I'm about 173, 174, and I've got this much room above my head. So if you're too tall, this is not going to be a good vehicle for you. So let's see. Has a bathroom here. With a removable toilet. Has storage space under here for toilet paper rolls and accessories that you might need. Has a sink here with running cold water, and it has another sink here. It has a I'll just show you around here. It has, a drawer for utensils for other things. A little sponge, brush, and soap. And then it has a refrigerator, a 12-volt fridge here. Works quite well. Although I usually like to add some cooling elements or some ice to it to keep it cool. Up here on the control panel, I've installed a thermometer so you can see what the temperature is inside of the refrigerator. You can just turn that switch on there, and then you can see what the current temperature is. Of course, that's with the fridge not running. Since I've owned the van, I've installed a smart power management system to protect the batteries and to track how much power is being used. So here you can see the voltage of the battery. You can see how many watts are currently being consumed. That's by this light, the light in the back, in the bathroom, and that little display there. And here you can see how many amp hours you've used so far since the system has been on. And one really nice thing about this particular management system is that it'll shut down the battery banks as soon as it gets to a specified voltage level in order to protect them. In case you leave something on, then it won't kill your batteries. So right now I have it set to turn off at about 11 volts, but you can adjust that. This is a very large compartment up here over the seats, and these are pretty much all the same. We've got a few lights here underneath here. Over the sink, we've got a good bit of space here. Originally, when I got this van, it had an old style TV in here, so I replaced it with this drawer, which I made. And it's got quite a lot of space in there. It has an extra battery charger there, which you can have with the van. Just a trash can here. Gas detector, an alarm. And here you have just a simple stove for cooking up water or food. It works quite well. This van doesn't have gas built into it, but this van works pretty much just as good. You can cook food up right on top of this countertop, and that is sufficient. Originally, when I got this van, it had a large propane oven here with a propane tank in back, but that was not suitable for our use. so I converted this to a shoe rack instead, and I've installed a 5,000 watt diesel heater which uses the diesel fuel of the car. This isn't rust or anything, it's just some glue. So I installed this new diesel heater, I think it was 1 or 2 years ago, and so it hasn't been used that much, and it does a very good job of heating up the van. I've had it to 23 degrees when it's -5 outside, so you can go winter camping with this, no problem. I've also integrated a battery charger right here on the bottom of the passenger side seat, and this enables you to charge either the back batteries, which you can see the current voltage level there of the back battery, or the front batteries. You can there's 2 main start batteries under the hood, and 2 large fritidsbatterier in the back, and this enables you to just charge, to select either the front or the back batteries. When you're charging, you just plug this in, turn that switch on, and of course you need to have something plugged into the power input here. Another thing that I've done was to install this third seat belt place right here. And this van was originally registered. I just made this steel structure here, which has 3 points of contact down to the vehicle. And this vehicle is registered for 3 people, but it only had the 2 seats when I got it, so I thought it would be nice to have the possibility to have a third seat back here, and this went through the EU control without any problem, so I'm assuming that it's okay. One feature that I liked quite a bit with this van is this lower back support. It has an air inflated lower back support too, so you can get the adjustment just right, and that's made this pretty much the most comfortable driver's seat that I've ever had on a car. Another thing that I did was to install full-size camper windows from a Hobby 700, which is quite a nice camper, quite a nice mobile. So these open up all the way like that, and then they have the possibility to you can have just a screen, let's see here, for insects, and you can pull it up so it's completely blacked out, which is nice. Here on this side where I installed the window, I used some of this expansion foam to insulate around the window, and it didn't turn out perfect. When I sanded it away, you can see that there's some air holes there that show up, but it doesn't look too bad. Okay, it doesn't look that great back here, but that's okay. Here's your 2 large fritidsbatterier. They're 110 amp hours each. I bought these about 2 years ago new. I haven't used them that much. We really haven't used this vehicle that much as we were planning on. Under here it has a 200-liter water tank, which is about twice as big as you would normally have on a vehicle like this. So normally I only fill this tank half full. You just time how long it takes to fill up the whole tank, and then you know how long to run the water to fill it up halfway. I've just added some insulation back here. This is just to add some extra insulation for the bed and back, and I just add some extra foam, so I sprayed it in here. So under these seats there's quite a lot of storage space. Right now these are full of spare parts. I had the opportunity to strip a nearly identical Ford Transit van of parts like the dynamo, starter, a bunch of other extra little parts that you might end up wanting, so I took full advantage of that opportunity. Here you can see the double bed fully deployed, and it was very important for us to have a very comfortable bed. So this bed is 5 layers thick, 4 layers of normal foam, and then a final layer of memory foam. This bed is pretty much as comfortable as our bed at home, so we've been quite pleased with that. So here's the van in night mode with the bed fully deployed, and it's comfortable. It's not huge, but it's good enough for 2 people to sleep comfortably side by side. I'll just give you a little look around here. This portion here, there's just kind of a cutout here behind the back cushion so the feet can come through. It's about 180 centimeters long total here. And then you just slide the driver's seat forward a little bit and there's plenty of space for the feet. And my feet would go right here. It's just a simple curtain that gets drawn across the front, but it's quite private. It does the job.